All right, we are going. All right, first of all, congratulations, everyone. Congratulations for completing all 6 of those tests and for making the final. I know this is like a quick turnaround time, so not a lot of time to prep, but so if you haven't seen the tests, they are on our website and I can put the link in the chat. But they're all up now. Videos will be coming soon, but the videos are just, more for a fun demo look at them than anything with the standards. All the standards are written in the document that's up on the website. What else? Oh, so real quick on just timing of the final. So the final is Saturday. The way we're going to do it is you're all going to go off of your local time. So 1 p.m. your local time in your country. Okay. And I know there are a couple countries that have already reached out because you've qualified teams and individuals and you're doing it in the same place and you can't get everyone going at the same time. That's fine. So if there's anyone in that situation who hasn't talked to us yet, just shoot me or Anders an email and we'll coordinate alternate times. We're trying to keep it as fair as possible so that nobody's working out in the middle of the night, but we understand it's a quick turnaround. And if you did a thing, like I know Hungary, Norway, I think a couple others had people going all in the same gym and kind of set it up. So we'll work with you if you need to make adjustments on that. Anders will talk about the technical side of things, right? Nothing's really much is changing, I think, in terms of submitting videos, but he'll just kind of remind you on that. And Veronique will go through like we have before, movements and standards. So smaller group today, but still keep yourself on mute. You can write your questions in the chat and I'll kind of read them off and to Anders or Veronique, we'll get them all answered. But I think that's pretty much it for me, other than congrats, guys, and we're excited for the finals. So with that, Anders, I guess we'll throw it over to you.
Throw it over to Anders. Yeah, hi, guys. Well, I'm going to start with... I'm going to start off by being a bit mean to all of you, because you guys, most of you guys in here, or some of you guys are team managers, and your job, the one job you had as team managers, as far as we are concerned, is to make sure that your athletes have read the documentation and they understand the documentation. And we saw quite a few occasions where they didn't follow the instructions. So this is portrait mode. We do not film portrait mode. We film landscape mode. Latvia, please. Landscape mode only, please. Norway, we do not use 4K and send 4K resolutions to me. That was 100 gigabytes of video you sent me on the Friday, which basically was the reason that my computer crashed 3 times and we got delayed the entire weekend. So please do not do that, because as you've seen, we're not going to make it full screen anyway. So 720p, just fine. The videos I got from you guys the rest of the weekend was fine. That was okay. A couple of things that I've noted also on when it comes to the athlete's general behavior. Anybody who's been to a competition at any point is aware of that you do not touch the equipment before the go. Athletes should be standing tall, 3, 2, 1, go, or the beep, then you pick up the barbell. We saw so many athletes bending over, jumping up, getting down, grabbing the handle, even before the 3, 2, 1 go. And I could hear all the beeps and whistles, so I knew that they were like cheating by half a second. Please don't do that, because we're going to count it off. So please behave properly. When it comes to the TOs, we really need to work on those TOs. They are not there to count reps. They are there to judge reps. We saw too many occasions with athletes doing really shitty reps and they did not get called for them. I know that Veronique has spoken to some of you about this, but make sure that the TO knows what their job is. And as a team manager, it is your responsibility to make sure that they know what their job is, and to the athletes as well. Besides from that, I was so happy. It was very fun to watch 1.2 terabytes of videos this weekend, or since Friday. I don't think I've ever seen that much videos ever, or downloaded or processed. It was fun. It was a bit stressful, but it was fun to do, and we will do it again. Now, tonight or tomorrow, I will be emailing all athletes and managers. We'll be emailing the info package, which is basically the same. We want the setup to be the same: 6x6 meters, camera in one corner, and bar in one, and barbells and rowers. Because there's a lot of rowing. There's a lot of rowing in the final. We want you guys to download and use the WeTime app, because it has also the feature that you can connect it to the PM5 monitor of the rowers, which means we can see how you're doing in the workouts. So we want everybody to use the PM5 monitor. If you don't have one, if you can't get a rower with a PM5, you have to email me and I will give you an option, which I don't want you to use unless you really have to. But there is another option. So please make sure that try to find the PM5 monitor as much as you can. You're doing all the workouts on this Saturday. You did really, really well on sending scores and videos in time. That was awesome. My email was like bing, 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 bing all the time. Some of you had issues with uploading. We sorted it out, most of you. But so just do the same thing. As soon as you're done with the workout, you email me scores, and then you upload the video, and that's over with. I'll take care of it. And then I will do some editing and nice stuff, and we will broadcast this on Tuesday, December 22nd. We will do a 3 shows, so 3 videos. We do men, women, teens, and I'm hoping it's going to be fun. We'll see. As you might have noticed, I mean, you guys saw, but you saw from the prelims that we couldn't show all the videos because there was too many. So we focused on the top 9. For the finals, we're going to try to squeeze 12 people in, so we get all the 12 that are in. Teams are only 10, I think, and so that's going to be. But we'll try to squeeze everybody in and work a little bit around that. But besides from that, basically the same as before. Yeah. Also, what I'm going to stress, and those of you that sent me videos that were cut into the tests, please make sure that you give me 10 seconds before the test and the full length of the test. So even though you're done in 5 minutes, I want you to do if the time cap is 8, I want you to film the entire time cap, because it looks nicer when we put it next to each other as well. I will put all of this in the information package as well. So, but try to remember that. Keep that video going and cut it after 8:20 or something, whatever it is. I think that's it.
All right.
No people on the grid, Norway. We don't want anybody else standing right in front of the camera when people are working, especially photographers. Get them out of there. Sorry, Simon. Okay, Veronique, you can catch on. I'm going to keep yelling at people, so keep you get.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to share again my screen.
Oh, wait, hang on. I got to give you permission to do it. My bad. Oops. Hang on, sorry. I'm clicking the wrong button. Sorry.
Right.
Okay, I think you should be good now.
I should be good. Yep. Ooh. It's always weird. Wow, that's long. Okay. I'm gonna put the slides. Actually, where am I Zoom? What goes there? Okay. Where I cannot see you. Those things. I'm just gonna retry it because I'm losing you. Let's see. Great. So the briefing is scheduled for the standards as the same format as last week. So I'm going to go through the flow of the workouts, your whole event, and then test by test, we're going to go get through the flow and the standards. You have the same two links as last week for the full movement standard book on the website, and also on the all the competition rule book. So as fair play, behaviors, uniform, shoes, and everything on the website also. So first, for those who have not seen the post on the website, those are your events for your finals on Saturday. So you have test 1 and 2 in the 24 first minute, and then you have a rest of 16 minutes. So at the 14th minute, you're beginning test 3 and 4, so body weight and skills for 16 minutes. You will have a 40 minutes break, and then the final 10 minutes it's mixed in power. So you'll have like mostly an hour and a half of workout-ish with all the rest included. Any question about the big flow event?
Nope, I think you're good.
We're good. So test 1, endurance and strength is in every 6 minutes for 4 rounds. You'll have a 1,000-meter row, and then 5 unbroken thrusters with the weight you will choose. So your scoring will be the total time for the 4 rounds of 100 meters. So if your first round is 4 minutes, 4:02, 3:50, we're gonna add up all those times together to have a total time for your rowing. And then you have a total load for thrusters also. So if you try 100 kilos on the first round, 105, 98, 95, and then we're gonna sum up all those weights together. And this will be your score for your strength event. Any question about that part? That's pretty straightforward for the scoring. Gonna get through the standards. So first for the row, must use a concept to rower. It's the same from last week. Standards must be seated on the rower while rowing. The rower will be reset each round. And it will be a countdown from round 1,000 to 0. So we'll have a specific time, something really precise. So each time the TO must reset or the parameters of the rowing to go from 1,000 to 0. Do we have a question there?
Question just is on sending scores. If they're going to send the 4 different times, or do you want to add them up and send you one total time, Anders?
For you, that really doesn't matter. You can add them up. Add them up. It's the total score anyway, so that's fine.
Yeah. Do you want
by the way, could you also please tell your athlete? That's one thing I forgot. We said this time and the last time we said that I want you just to send me an email with the scores, and still people kept emailing me scorecards as pictures, and I had tried to like decipher what says on the scorecard. I don't want any scorecards or images. Just send me an email with 6 lines of text. That's it. Thank you.
So guys, total score. So add up your total and send this to Anders in your email. And for the thrusters, it's the same thrusters as you did last weekend. So bottom of the squat, the fluid motion, press the barbell in overhead position, making that great vertical line. I've seen so many thrusters without reaching the full elbow extension, barbell in the front. The squat looks pretty great from those I've seen, but it was really the overhead position that was like looking really tricky. So Theo, make sure we can see that vertical line. So if I'm putting myself in profile, this is not vertical. This is not vertical. Also, I've seen many videos on the face where at the end we have bending elbows. This is no good. Everything should be fully locked out in overhead position. Arms at the same level as the ears. And that's pretty much the thruster what we need. So no jerk is allowed on the press on the thrusters. So it's one fluid motion from the squat to the top. And we have some special regulation. Those are really like copy paste from the website. I know there's a lot of text on my slide right there. It's especially for the thrusters. You may have assistance to unload and deload and upload your barbell. Make sure your clips are always on while you're ripping those thrusters. It's 5 unbroken thrusters. So if you did during your 6 minutes, if you did your rowing in 3 minutes because you're rowing machine, and then you do your 5 thrusters and you still have 2.5 minutes, you can add up some weight and set another try. We're going to take the highest attempt for your score. Yeah. So it's unbroken thrusters. If you got a no rep on the 4th thrusters, you can still go get another one. So it can take you like 10 reps to get 5. That's all good as long as we have 5 thrusters without dropping the barbell down in between. You may rest at 2 points. It's in the overhead position or in front rack in between reps. So a thruster is one fluid motion, so you cannot stop your rep in the middle of the rep. But once you're done, you got a good rep, you can stand there and then go back and then do another one. Any questions on the thrusters?
I'm just going to read this one because you won't be able to see the chat when I post this. So the question was from Martin, the athlete, and we already kind of answered it. The answer is yes, but the athlete can change weight of the thruster between rounds. And we said, yep. And they can also change within the rounds. And you said, Veronica said yes to that too, right? So you can, yep. You are successful, you can go up. If you fail, you have time, you can go back down within your rounds.
You can increase or decrease your weight. You can make 2 or 3 attempts in the same 6 minutes. This is all your choice. I wouldn't, but that's me. But it's your choice to make as many as you want, and to go up or down with your weights. And that's pretty much it. Everything is on the website also. And it does test 1 and 2 is good.
Yep, I don't see any more questions, so you can go ahead.
Okay. So test 3, body weight, and 4 skills are also together. Oops. I guess we have one.
Yeah, one more question. If there's time left in the round, so they finish before their 6 minutes, they're rowing the thruster, can the athlete rest in that time?
Yep. So you did your rowing in 3 minutes. You choose to do like a 200 kilo thrusters, 5 reps, you're done. 1 minute, you can sit and still the last 3 minutes, the last 2 minutes until going on the next round. So it's all the round, as long as we see 5 thrusters and the 1,000 meters row, the rest of the time is yours.
Another question. So on the last 6 minute window, if they start the lift before the 24-minute time cap, can they complete it, or do the 5 reps have to be completed in the 24 minutes in the 6 minute window to get credit?
That's a good one. I think it has to be done within the 24 minutes. So, just to make sure to help others also with the broadcasting and everything. So the workout is 24 minutes. The work has to be done in the 24 minutes.
I think that's it for questions. So I think you can go on now.
Great. So test 3, body weights and skill. Test 4 at the same on the 60-minute running clock. So the first 4 minutes, it's an AMRAP, a burpee, box jump over. So as many reps as you can in 4 minutes. And then the next 4 minutes, the second one, it's 5 freestanding handstand push-up. And the last rep, you start walking on your hands for 9 meters. That's is like 30 feet-ish, unbroken. And after the handstand walks, you have a 10-second L-sit on parallettes. And this is an AMRAP. So you do your 5 handstand, walking, 10 seconds, as many rounds as you can in 4 minutes. On the third 4 minutes, AMRAP burpee box jump over, and we're coming back to the freestanding handstand push-up with the last rep going through the handstand walk and the L-sit. So your scoring, test 3, it's total burpee box jump over in the round 1 and 3. And for test 4 is the total reps and round of AMRAPs 2 and 4. Any question about the flow before the standards?
This is, I don't know if this is necessarily a flow question, but it's a good point, a good question on the burpees because the box jump is so high. We have a question on whether they can use jerk blocks.
As long as the height is okay.
Yeah, just my thing, guys. Most of you guys probably don't have like boxes that are just 40 or 36 inches. So whatever your setup is, just please be smart and safe with it. Make sure it's not something that's going to fall over on you. I mean, jerk blocks seems like a really good idea, but just test it out before you go. Make sure it's stable and safe for climbing over it.
Well, actually, the 40 inches could be like 220 inches box. If you can wrap it together, that could be a good one.
If you fall, I will make a bloopers video with all that material.
That could be great. So any question about the flow?
2 more questions on like the box jump height. Someone asked, so we have, can we use bumpers, like bumper plates to get the 100 centimeters?
Yep.
Yep, that's fine as long as the height's okay. And then again on the boxes, the top surface dimension doesn't matter. So like how wide it is. Like, yeah, we don't really have a standard for the top surface. It just have to match the height. I mean, it has to be something. Don't do like I mean, you wouldn't want to do this anyways, but something that's so thin you can't climb on it, because then you'd have to straight jump over it. That would not be an advantage. But there's no requirement on how wide it is. No.
Any other question on the flow?
There's a scoring question, which maybe that's more an Andrew's question on the handstand push-up part.
Well, usually we have to check this, Martin, but usually when we do when the handstand walk is unbroken, it's a 1 rep because you have to do it all. You can't, if you do half, it's not a 9 meter unbroken, so it's 0 reps. But we have to think about that because we know that people might, get equal. If we're going to count the last walk as a half a rep or something like that. Let me get back on that. You'll see it on the scorecards.
Yeah, but the L-sit will be like probably the same thing, a 1 rep for the all 10 seconds.
Probably.
They probably won't give a half credit for like the last round if you were 5 seconds in or something. I don't think. But yeah, handstand push-ups as reps, handstand walk as reps, and then the L-sit is a separate rep. But just we have to look at how if we're going to break up things for ties.
And just a quick position also, guys, for scoring, because we're talking about that. So in the first 4 minutes AMRAP of freestanding, handstand push-up, and L-sit stuff, you do two rounds and 2 handstand push-ups. So when you get to the fourth 4 minutes, you like continue where you're at. So you finish your 3, 4, and 5 handstand push-up and then go L-sit. So you continue where you're at on the first 4 minutes of skill test.
We have a question about parallel height, and I don't know if you're gonna.
I think it's on the next slide, but it's 35 centimeters.
Yeah, and it's the same. So the question was if it was different heights for male and female, but no, there's a parallel height, and then there's plates in front of your parallel where you have to keep your feet above. Are you going to demo that like in person, Veronique, or no?
Yeah, I have my setup in the background.
Okay, so you guys will see in a second when she demos that, but there's a parallel height and then a plate height, but it's the same for male and female. If you fail your handstand walk, do you need to redo your last freestanding handstand push-up?
I just got a flash that question was coming. I would say no. I would say no. So as long as your fifth instant push-up has gone like all the way up, and then you fail your instant walking, since the instant push-up has their reps, it's not included in the instant push-up, in the instant walk. So just redo your instant walk.
Does that make sense? But for that last one, in the initial start, guys, that fifth rep has to go into the handstand walk on the first time, right? But if you go into it and then fail, you've already shown you've done that, then you don't have to repeat the handstand push-up. Is that clear for everybody?
Yep.
Right? Okay. All right, that is the last question I see, so you can go on.
Yeah, burpee box jump over. So the burpee box jump over, standards from the website, it's requires the same bottom of repetition that the regular burpees. So it's the prone position with chest on the ground. We're gonna see on the special regulation also, we have some other stuff about the burpees. So this is like basic stuff about the burpee box jump over. It is like going through the ground and getting over the box. This is the one for me, the freestanding handstand push-ups. So you must achieve a full vertical alignment of elbows, shoulders, hips, knees, and feet at the start and end of each repetition, and must make contact on the ground. You have no square for doing your handstand push-ups, but you probably want to go like no way further than your starting line of your instant walk. So probably that would be your area for your freestanding. Hammat is allowed. So regular hammat is like kind of 2.5 inches ish. That's a regular one from the company hammat. And we're gonna see also the special regulation on the other slide. And for handstand walk, you must always start, this is your line, ends behind the line, and this is the finish line. You get your ends on the other side. We don't mind for this test the feet, or we don't have any like object between your feet or whatever, so you may walk the way you want. And your 30 feet must be unbroken. So if you fail at the middle of your distance, you come back behind the line, hands behind the line, and then you redo your handstand walk as long as you reach your total distance unbroken.
I got a question. This is on parallel setup, but if your parallettes are lower than written, but they can make the difference, right? The height difference is 12 centimeters. Is that okay? My suggestion would be actually just put plates under the parallettes. That probably makes it easier. But the important thing is the height difference, right? It's 12 centimeters, right? Between the height of the parallettes and the plates. So that's the thing that needs to be the same. So yep. Yeah, as long as you have that, but I think it probably is easiest to put plates under your parallettes and just make them taller, but that's fine, Uldis. Okay. More questions. On the handstand push-ups, the 5 reps don't have to be unbroken. Nope. Just the last one has to go in the handstand walk. That's the only rule, but not unbroken. Is the probably an Anders question. I know for last week, you didn't want us to move the camera, but for this test, do you want them to change the setup, or is it okay for them to change the setup because we have the handstand walk?
Yeah, basically, yeah, because I saw there was quite a few videos where people were actually moving the camera because of the handstand push-ups for the weekend, and it looked pretty good anyway. So as much as we can, keep the camera in one position. If you have to move it because of the handstand walk, yeah, do that. I was trying to calculate how far 6x6, how much is that on the diagonal? Could we do a handstand walk diagonally? But I don't think so. So you're gonna have to be walking out of the 6x6 box.
I have another question here. I think, Pablo, I think you wrote this wrong. Did you mean the handstand walk? Can the handstand walk be broken in 2 parts?
Nope.
Of 4.5 meters? Yeah. No.
It's one
Nope.
rep.
Because then it wouldn't be unbroken, would it?
So we need unbroken 9 meters. Okay, I think that's the last question I see. So I think you can go on, Brian.
No, I have a question.
Okay.
Back to the free handstand push-ups.
Mhm.
How do you judge the linear alignment? So I believe not a lot of athletes can make the linear, like full linear handstand,
Yeah.
meaning that it probably will, the knees will break and the toes are not straight.
Right. And you can kip it. We're gonna have a video. Veronica's not gonna do a demo in her garage, but we're gonna have a video that we'll post where it's essentially not to steal your thunder, Veronique, but kicking up into a handstand, right? So you have to kick up into a handstand with straight arms. So we have to see the feet coming over the shoulders, right? And then you can go down, you can kip, you can tuck your legs, whatever, and then up and show a half second of control. So you can't go like out that way. It has to be you hit generally a handstand position, and then you can come back down, right?
So it's something like Grid League. They're doing this free handstand push-ups.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that. I feel like they did them. I imagine we probably won't be going quite as fast as that, but kind of like that, right? Where they would go down. And yeah, it's essentially kind of the same thing. But we'll have a video for you. The things we don't want to see is you kicking up and bending your arms right away. So you do have to hit straight arm handstand with your feet over. So feet over your head and shoulders before you go down. And then essentially that same position at the top. If you wobble a little forward and then kind of have to walk back and save it, that's fine, not a big deal. But you can't just go like out that way. It has to hit starting a handstand, finishing a handstand. But if it's, we're not going to judge that your toes are pointed and all of that.
Yeah, but does it mean that the athletes may not step forward or back with the hands? Like,
no, they can move their hands. Yeah. There's no box or anything. So you can, if you're off balance, they can adjust their hands. Yeah. But you're allowed to have an ab mat. So you don't want to be walking too far. You're going to miss the ab mat with your head.
Okay, I got it. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay. Sorry, Veronique. I kind of.
That's no problem. You have another question there?
Yes, but I think maybe it'll be answered if you start talking about box jumps. Or wait, did we talk about box jumps already?
Yeah, but apparently we have some special regulation also.
Oh, yeah, so we didn't get there yet. We'll get there, but you want to just mention it. The question is if only feet can touch the box, and it's in the special regulations. So do you want to just wait till we get there?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get the answer to that one in a second. So
L-sit, fourth movement of your workout. So it's positioned with a 90 degrees at your hips, legs straight. Legs must remain above the plates, the feet. If the feet or legs touch the target, so if you're going down and your heels touch the plate, it's your reps is stopping and you have to redo your whole 10 seconds. And the elbows may not be used as a brace against any surface to assist in support. So you cannot rest. It's all the weight on your wrist. Okay, that I can do L-sit.
Yeah, do you want to show the L-sit, or well,
I'm gonna just stop sharing that.
yes.
I need to switch my camera also. The height is probably not the right one. Yep. Should make it a different way. So L-sit, what is important is that your feet must be over the plate. So it should be look like that, and or can say it, so elbow straight, feet over the plate, and that's pretty much it.
And we have a little graphic, guys, and it's going to be in the video as well, that shows you how to correctly measure the distance from your plate to your parallettes, right? Because that's going to depend on how long your legs are and all of that, right? Where not everybody's plate needs to be the same distance from their parallette. That's going to depend on your limb length, but there's an easy way to measure it. So we'll have a graphic, like a picture, and I think they put it in the video as well. So we'll have that coming out for you guys soon, so it's clear on how you actually do the measuring.
So we're gonna go back to that PowerPoint and all the regulation for those two tests. So for the box jump, you may use your hand to get over the box jumps over. Athletes' feet must go over the box. They cannot go around the box. And other body parts such as athlete knees, butt, shins may touch the box as long as the athlete's feet pass over the top of the box and not around the side. So you don't have a designated box for your freestanding handstand push-ups. So you can keep your mat near your starting line of handstand walk, and then just do your handstand push-up there. And on the fifth one, you go on your handstand walk. For the L-sit, a style of plates or boxes may be substituted for parallel as long as the height is 35 centimeters. So if you don't have parallels of 35, you can make it to 35, or you can use 2 stacks of plates also. So feet must be over the plates, as I said, and that's pretty much it.
We have a question
on
handstand push-ups. So the question is, can you start in the headstand, kick up, like kip from the headstand into a handstand, so that one wouldn't count, and then go back down for your first rep from that position?
Yeah, that would be great. So, but the first rep is not good, because the one rep is getting straight, going down and coming back up. This is one. So if you're starting on the ground and to kick up straight, this is no good because you haven't started in a freestanding. So, but you can do it if it's easier to you to get a more stabilized position in an handstand. It's the way you do it. But your first rep is like kind of half a rep, so it doesn't count.
On the burpees, box facing burpee or doesn't matter?
We're gonna make, I'm not sure if we have specified it, because this is like pretty copy paste from the website.
Yeah. I don't think it was specified, so your call.
Well, actually, I'm gonna make it facing burpee box jump over. So I have my box jump. If you want a demo, I can do it also. Guess I'm gonna change webcam again. Going there. So burpee box jump over. So you could look like going down, coming back up. And you can go that way. What we don't want to see is not good. Feet are like move all around. So as long as your feet is going over the box and not around the box, that is all good. And for the burpees, you can step back, you can step up, 2 feet, 1 feet, no matter way, as long as you're just touching the ground. And that's pretty much it. Question.
Question said it's not a jump for the burpees. I mean, you can use your hands, so it's sort of, it depends how much you use your hands, I guess.
Yep.
There's not really a jump to.
You could do a burpee, a regular burpee butt jump over if you are able to jump 40 inches. You can do your burpee and jump with your 2 feet and then go on the other side. We don't mind, you can use your hand.
Yeah. So a burpee climb over is maybe the more accurate word.
This is where the tall athletes are going to excel.
I would not, I'm not tall.
I think Marcis is going to win this one. He's a big athlete.
Another question, I think.
No, I don't think so. I don't see any other ones. I
Okay.
think you're good.
And then test 5 and 6, so mixed and power are together. Phew. So at 1 hour and 10 minutes, we're gonna do a 1 minute AMRAP ground to overhead at 55 kilo for the men and 40 kilos for the ladies. So as many reps as possible in 1 minute, and straight into a 9 minute AMRAP of 5 power cleans with the same weight, 10 wall balls and 50 double unders. So you have your test 6 is the 1 minute AMRAP and the mixed is the 9 minute. And you're done after that. Thank God. Any question about the flow for this one? Nope. So ground to overhead, you have done last weekend on your power test also for the 25 reps. It's the same thing. So any style of clean and jerk or snatches are allowed. Barbell must be taken from the ground and must finish in an overhead position with locked elbows, shoulders, hips, and knees in a vertical straight alignment. Again, TOs, be aware of that when they're pitching over in front of the head. So make sure it's over the head and not in front. Double unders, regular double unders. So rope must pass twice under the feet in order to count and spin forward also. For the cleans, it's power clean, I think. Power clean, yeah. So power clean is taking the barbell from the ground to your shoulders without reaching the bottom of the squat. So muscle clean is good. Power clean is good. And at the end of the rep, we must see clearly your elbow in front of the bar and your hips and knees in full extension. And the wall balls, regular wall balls, bottom of the squat and the ball reaching the target is a 2 point of performance for the wall balls. And bottom of the squat, hips, hip crease below the top of the knee, like regular squats. And those are your 4 last movement of the final on Saturday. Any question about those before the special regulations?
I don't see anything. I think you're good.
So yeah, rope must spin forward in a 1 minute AMRAP, any style of clean and jerk, snatches, it's all good. If you want to squat it, it's your workout, it's your strategy. If you want to switch from snatches to clean and jerks, this is allowed also, so you can mix the 2 movements, the ground to overhead. And if you're dropping the ball on the ground during your wall balls, you must settle the ball before restarting. So you cannot take the rebound directly on the wall balls. You have to stop it, and then you can take it back and continue your set. Questions?
I don't see any question. We had one question about the time, but that was it.
So the two score for those two, actually for the two tests, oops, other slide. So it's the amount of reps in the 1 minute. This is test 6. And text 5 mix is the rounds and reps on the 9-minute map. So the last two slides are the same as last week. So make sure TOs, you're making, you're very clear on the standards. Those are elite athletes. They should know how to move, and usually they're moving fast also. So if you have a doubt, it's no rep. So make sure you're reinforce those standards. We have to make our job really, really great. If we want to show like we are officials. So make sure you are great, fair, but strict also on reinforcing the standards. We want to put that sport into the Olympics. That comes with it also. Any other questions?
I don't think so. I don't see anything.
We're good.
Awesome.
Have fun.
Oh, here's a video question. Separate videos for the test, same as last time. Don't send the full video, send separate videos for each one.
Actually, that was less of a concern than I thought it would be. Most people that got in touch with me for uploading issues, that was because they were trying to send like 6-point-something gigabyte of video because they had made it all. But as far as I was concerned, it really didn't matter me because the amount of data I was downloading was basically the same anyway. But it's easier if you cut them up and send them as 6, or it's going to be 3 separate files this time because it's only 3 workouts or sets. And but like I said, if the time cap is 10 minutes, even if you're done after 8 minutes, leave the video going for the full 10 minutes plus another 30 seconds. Makes it easier for me to edit and cut things out.
Excellent. And as a reminder, Saturday at 1 p.m. your local time. Okay, so everyone will be competing essentially at what is 1 p.m. for them in their country, and that'll make it as fair as we can. Like I said, countries who, if you've got teams and individuals competing and you are doing everybody in the same gym, you don't have space for it all, just talk to us and we'll figure out alternate arrangements. That's fine. I think that's it, guys. I will get this.
Sorry. I had here an interruption. Anders, you told that it should be a full video or as well?
No,
like
I said it's better for you guys if you send me the separate, because it's going to be a smaller video, 6 or 3 separate files. But it's okay if you can only send a full video, but it's okay. But try to cut them up if you can.
A couple more questions. Got it. Okay.
Pablo, yes, 15 minutes to send the results and 2 hours to send the videos. You managed very good this weekend, so I think you will manage again.
And we'll get that handstand. Yes, we're going to have a video demonstration of the handstand push-up. I'll try to get that to you guys hopefully today. We'll see when Mel wakes up, or possibly tomorrow. What's today? Today is Tuesday. What day is today?
It is Wednesday.
God. It's Wednesday. Okay. So we'll make sure we get it to you no later than tomorrow, which is Thursday. So you'll have 2 days to watch and look before the competition. But we will have a handstand push-up and L-sit demos for you, because I know those are the most complicated ones. So we'll have those on video.
Sorry, guys, I couldn't make it.
We'll get it done. I think I saw a video of our demo guy doing it and it looked pretty good. But so when we see it should be fine if I have to make my own will, but I'm confident in our demo guy that he did a good job. All right. Awesome. Thank you guys. Good luck this Saturday. Let us know if you have questions. We'll get those videos out to you soon. And this will be posted on YouTube for you guys to watch in a bit. Thank you.
See ya.
All right, thank you, guys.
Bye.
Cheers.